So currently, new days and new deal. Last time's video, yes, the GTX 980 Ti did some off-camera testing and it works fine. I haven't really ran any benchmarks on it because it was really late at night. And also, we ran into another issue with a computer we built with the GTX 1060 in the last video also. So I definitely had to go check that computer out. I think the power supply is somewhat broken because of how dusty it was and how badly it was treated. But I might have to do more testing on the GTX 1060. But the thing is that I also did a Unit in Heaven test on the 1060. So I think the 1060 should be fine. And we might need to replace that power supply, but gladly we have a bunch of power supplies from Black Friday. But currently we're about to pick up a GTX 1050 Ti for $240. And as Brian said, not a good deal. Or find me better. Well, he did. And that's the Scuff PC GTX 1070 PC video, which you can go watch somewhere up here. Anyways, let's pick up some deals. Okay, so this is the GTX 1050 Ti, and I thought this was a gigabyte model, but this is actually even smaller than I was expecting. And also has only 3 outputs. I believe the other one has even more outputs, but we'll verify that when we get home. Got it for a good deal of $240, which puts it in our budget with a power supply for $300 technically. So pretty much we're in budget, but it doesn't have the actual the gigabyte logo lighting up like the other GTX 1050 Ti. But anyways, let's get home and let's test it. Okay, so we are back home, and currently the task is going to be going to test out the GPU, probably clean it. And the funny thing is, I noticed that there's actually 2 variants of the Gigabyte GTX 1050 Ti. There's this variant of the 1050 Ti, and there's this variant. You guys see the difference? This one has a backplate, bigger fans. This one's got no backplate and smaller fans. Anyways, I don't think there's actually a big difference, and nobody actually cares. Anyways, also, I said before that this computer is dead. The one that had the GTX 1060 in it. I've taken the 1060 out and put it into another computer. That's why I have this 1050 Ti also lying around. Pretty much what we're going to do is try to fix this PC and just test the GPU. Anyways, let's start. So, pretty much right now we've just built this computer onto an egg carton, as an egg carton is non-conductive. So let's see if this thing works. Okay, so let me explain to you something. Last night, I was testing this thing with this PSU in a case. It didn't work. Today, I'm testing it on a carton, and it works. So we know that this thing works on this power supply, but it doesn't work on the power supply that was originally in the system. So let's just turn this computer off. So does this thing turn on? What the frick, man? Oh my god, so I took the whole computer apart to find out that it actually works. I have no clue then what's wrong. Okay, let's just reassemble this thing and find out. And now, surprisingly, the computer actually works. What the so I pretty much wasted like 20 minutes, but I can just put the side panels back on, put a GPU in later, and maybe this is one more finished computer. So it's a new day today, and pretty much today, since we've already built the computers, pretty much we'll build one more computer, and we'll take the i5-4590 CPU motherboard combo out of the actual crap cases, and maybe if we have time, we can install them into some good cases, but that's if we even have time, if I have time today, because, today's gonna be a busy day. Anyways, let's start. So that is 4 computers. I don't know, 1, 2. That is actually, I think, 4 computers disassembled, which is good. They're now in CPU motherboard form with SATA cables plugged into them. What time is it? What time is it? It is 9:14. So we have a bunch of time to see if we can install these motherboard CPUs and RAMs into the cases. Shut up, Google. Anyway, since we have one GPU outstanding, which is a GTX 1050 Ti, we're gonna start off with this. We'll be building a PC with 1050 Ti, and to make this series a bit interesting, I will be building everything into the cases, as you'll only see me just putting a GPU into a computer and selling it, which is not interesting. But we have one GPU outstanding, so let's start installing the parts. Pretty much we're in the new studio. It is pretty much a place where we can work and build computers. We have a monitor here for initial testing, and we have another TV pretty much for further testing before we sell it. We also have a shelf for all our parts. This is the 980 Ti we bought recently. This is the i5 4th gen. This is one i5 6th gen. Our hard drive is these, our power supplies, and our RGB and our fans, and maybe some equipment down here. But anyways, currently right now, let's start testing the PCs before I start to sell them. Okay, so currently we're just benchmarking the first computer, and in Unigine heaven, it's fine, no issues there. But while I was testing out Call of Duty Warzone GTA 5, I noticed that the CPU temperature was a bit hot. And then I realized one thing I forgot to do. I forgot to repaste the CPUs. Anyways, that's what we'll be doing right after this. We'll be repasting all the CPUs as I forgot to do it. Anyways, cut to that. Currently, we just tested out both our i5 systems with GTX 1050 Ti's, and they both work surprisingly fine. We did replace the CPUs in both of them, but I realized it's probably going to be easier and convenient, and more convenient if I replace the CPUs of the other computers while I build them, as I'm very busy right now and I really want to have a rest. Anyways, I think we have one more computer to test out. It's the GTX 1060 PC with still the same i5 4590, and hopefully it is not a bottleneck. Hopefully. Okay, so currently it's a bit late, but it is a great time to take pictures of computers, as we have artificial light, so most of the photos will look the same and have the same lighting, and we can show off the RGB in the dark. Pretty much taking photos, I use a mirrorless camera, which is this is my trusty A6400, which I also shoot all my videos on. It's a great camera, 24 megapixels, and it's pretty much overkill. But for me, a photo is 1,000 words, and this camera has really helped me sell PCs. Anyways, let's start taking photos. Okay, so that's all the pictures taken. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break. See you in a new day. Also, I don't know, I have a pretty bad feeling about this season. I feel like I'm actually gonna make very crap profit compared to last season, even though I'm building more PCs, which is kind of surprising. But hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully. So pretty much I spent the whole afternoon just writing up listings, and in the end I actually listed one computer, which is the GTX 1050 Ti computer. Well, I still have to list more things like the other GTX 1050 Ti computer and the GTX 1060 computer. But anyway, someone has messaged us about the GTX 1050 Ti computer I listed today. Hopefully he buys it. He asked me about GTA and COD, which the computer happily plays. So, quick update on what's happening on the GoPro. I listed all three computers, the 1060, 1050 Ti, And no, not really getting much traction. And I realized that this season will probably be the most worst PC flipping season. I knew that PC flipping will there'll be times where I'll be losing money, and I think this will be the one of the times where I might actually start losing money, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I guess I have to accept that reality that in business you don't always win. Okay, so currently we just sold our first PC. Yes. Catch. It's being shipped. It has to be shipped to New Plymouth. But gladly, the guy has paid us through bank transfer, which is good. And now our greatest challenge is to try and package this computer up and ship it without it arriving in pieces. And the plan is, we just gotta use the Matrix 4D box, which is the case we're using, and most likely we either ship the GPU or no, actually, which is probably I don't think this through. We probably either have to tape the GPU to the top, which is sketch, or we leave the GPU in the PC with a bunch of bubble wrap and paper. I think that's the best solution, but let's see what happens, and let's get cracking. Okay, so this is the solution. Have a look. I'm pretty much just stuffing stretched up newspaper into a computer case, and since the GPU, the 1050 Ti, which doesn't even have a power cable, it's very unlikely to even fall out if I didn't even put newspaper in it. But it's always a good proportion, and this computer will probably ship safe, especially including, as I said before, all of the styrofoam protection of this case and this case box. Okay, so every case manufacturer has their own way of packaging the things that I always forget. So it's pretty much a struggle for me to try to put this thing in its box. In the end, success. I can just easily close this box. Actually, I'm going to include a remote. Whoops. Pretty much include a Cool Moon remote in the box, like that. And chuck in a brand new power cable. Add in the power cable, and then add some tape, and the PC is ready to be shipped, which I'll be doing tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for watching this part of Joseph Zhang Flips PC Season 3. Whoops. It is very, very interesting. I believe you guys want to see me flip PCs, and it's pretty much what I do for a living. It's pretty much what I do for fun, and I'm just taking you guys along for the adventure. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And yes, it actually turns out, surprisingly, this power supply is the one I got for free, because I was his questions on computers, and I helped him out and helped him. Yep.